Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to season 3 of the Trivia 10. We have our third contestant of the first quadrant, where I saw Doug and Owen tackle their 2 episodes of the Trivia 10. Now it's George Carmi's turn. Shown improvement each season. How are you feeling coming into season 3?
I was feeling good coming into season 3, but we're coming off recording 3 episodes of ReelTok back to back to back. I'm coming off a long night of like 3 hours of sleep, so if I get every question wrong right now, I apologize to my fans. I think this might be an early exit of a season for me, but I'm here. I'm locked in. I did no homework. I did no research. I'm pretty sure you asked us to send you our favorite movies, and I never did that.
Mm-hmm. It's all good. I still picked from your favorite movies list on Letterboxd, but there's a few more movies on there. So we'll go through this. So new episodes obviously every Tuesday and Friday. So hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. But we got 3 multiple choice questions for you, and then we got 5 standard trivia questions. We got a matching game of graphs, and then we have a guess to cast to end it off. Starting off with the multiple choice, let's go ahead and get into this thing and see how you do. First question: in Cloverfield, what is the reason for the party at the beginning of the movie? Is it a birthday party, a graduation party, an engagement party, or a farewell party?
It is a farewell party, D.
So you came in so unconfident. You're the first person to get the first multiple choice right. Owen and Doug both started out with 0, so you already got 5 points on the board. It is a farewell party indeed, which I might have forgotten if I didn't brush up on, because I was like, he just got like engaged maybe, or a girlfriend or something. But no, farewell party. He's got accepted a job in Japan, I believe, and this is their celebration before he goes away. 5 points, 1 for 1. Let's go on to number 2. In Hereditary, what is the name of the cult? Is it the Order of Payment, the Circle of Fate, the Coven of Ancestry, or the Lineage?
Oh, this is bad. Oh, God. I hate when you give me movie questions of movies that I like actively champion, and like this is probably something I should know.
Is there any that jump out as clearly wrong or clearly right?
No, none. This is a guess. I'm fully guessing, so I'm gonna take a swing at C, Coven of Ancestry.
It is not C. It is A, the Order of Payment. Order of Payment is the name of the cult in Hereditary, but it's all good. We saw the last 2 episodes. They did not do the hottest on these, so you just have to get in the top 4 of your pot of 6 and get 2 people below you. Going on to question 3, our final multiple choice question today. In Malignant, what condition does Madison have? Is it synesthesia, aphantasia, psychokinesis, or parasomnia?
Dog. I don't know. What condition do you have when you have an evil entity living in your fucking brain? Parasomnia is standing out because I know she struggles with sleep. I don't know if that means, I know insomnia is sleep struggle. So I'm just psychokinesis also sounds. I'm between D and C and D, because just A and B are just not jumping out at me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go with D. That was just go with my gut. That was the first one that stood out.
Well, it was a 50-50, and it was C, psychokinesis. Yeah, so you have 5 points through the multiple choice section. To know kind of where your competition is, Doug got 35 points on the quiz, and Owen got 60. So a big gap between those 2. But we have 6 people total. I'm guessing some people will be in between those 2. But I don't think Doug got a question right until like question 6 or something. So you still have a lot of reason to have faith. Going on to question number 4. Now we're into general trivia. And Frances Ha, what career is Frances pursuing in New York City?
Oh my God, she's pursuing an acting career, I believe.
Locking that in?
Yeah, sure. I should know this.
She wants to be a dancer. She's a dancer.
Fuck.
Dancing.
It was between the 2, man.
Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, incorrect. You want to be a dancer. Going on to question number 5. Let's see if we can get back on track here.
So not locked in right now.
In John Wick Chapter 4, Shamir Anderson plays this character who has 2 different names in the movie. You have 5 points for each of them if you can get them. But what does this guy go by? Shamir Anderson's character.
One of them is Nobody.
Yep.
Are you gonna like? Are you okay? I didn't know if you're gonna like retract if it was like Mr. Nobody, and I didn't say Mr. But I think it's just Nobody.
Well, it's Mr. Nobody, but you said Mr. Nobody.
Okay.
Clearly you knew
it. I don't know the other. I don't know the other name. I'm not even gonna throw out a guess. George.
I love that. Well, you at least got 5 points. You got half credit for this question. He's goes by Tracker or Mr. Nobody. So Tracker,
right,
or Mr. Nobody. So you're at 10 points now, and we still got 65 points up for grabs in the last half of this quiz here. So still plenty on the board.
Gotta get all this shit.
Going on to question number 6. In Inside Out, Riley and her family moved to San Francisco from this state. So you have a 1 in 50 chance. Well, technically 1 in 49 because she moves to California.
I wish you asked this question the other way around. Like she moves from here to where? Because I would have immediately said San Francisco.
Are any ideas in your mind?
For some reason, Pennsylvania was the first fucking state that came to my mind.
Hatred to Pennsylvania.
Hold on. God, I really wish this question was given the other way around. Because San Francisco, I know San Francisco is the fuck off, man. I don't like that Pennsylvania was the first that came to my mind because I think that's just too far away. Like, why the fuck would they do that? Let's see, Riley. Let's just start saying joy, sadness. See if anything kickstarts that brain. Tyler, I love you, dude, but I hate you sometimes. What am I thinking, dude? How many times have you said Inside Out means something to you because she's from dumbass Minnesota?
Hey,
she's
man, Minnesota's a great state. I'm giving you 0 points for that. I don't care. You said Pennsylvania. You're at 10 for the quiz. You don't get points there. Hating on Minnesota. Crazy. 10 points like, you get.
What a random question for you to throw in. And
I figured either you'd remember
the hockey, Inside
I was gonna say the hockey.
I
thought it could have been the other thing.
Oh my God, that's so great.
Minnesota, Michigan, Wisconsin, one of them.
That's a good question. That is a good question.
You got to 20, even though it was in a very disrespectful way. For both anyone listening from Pennsylvania and any fellow Minnesota.
Yeah, I'm sorry for that Pennsylvania Minnesota stray.
You're at 20 points. Now going into question number 7. In Arrival, what is the name of the alien species? What are they called?
The heptapods.
Heptapods are correct. I had to perfectly pick a.
I mean, if I
didn't show the 7 legs,
get that one, game over.
Yep, heptapods 7 for the 7 legs that they have. You're up to 30 now, so you're at the point where you could pass Doug, but you're going to need a lot of work to do to pass Owen for this first half of the quiz because then we're going to have
I'm writing Owen off. I don't think I'm passing that, but
yeah, he did pretty well. Going on to question number 8, the final general trivia question. And when Harry met Sally, where does Harry meet Sally for the first time?
Do you want like specifically where? Because like they meet on a college campus as they're driving home, but I don't know the location. So like, is that a viable answer? Actually, hold on. The answer is a college campus, if that'll work. But I think you're looking for something more specific. Tyler, can you just tell me? I'm assuming you're not looking for a college campus. Like you're looking for the specific name.
At this point, I'd give you half credit, so you're going to get 5 points. But if you can tell me the city,
where did they go to school? Because they were driving home together. They were driving home together from college. But what college, motherfucker? I mean, I want to give up on this because I appreciate you giving me 5 points just for saying a college campus, but I feel like I should know this. Because now I'm trying to what I'm weirdly trying to think of is like, what was Harry wearing? Because I know he was wearing like a sweater, not the one in the picture that you see here, but he was wearing a sweater. And I'm trying to think if I remember the name. For some reason, dude, fuck Pennsylvania, man. Why do I have Pennsylvania on my mind right now? I'm between. I mean, all I have is Pennsylvania, so like that could be, I guess, Penn State. No disrespect to Harry and Sally, I don't think they went to the University of Pennsylvania.
Don't got the grades for that, you don't think?
I just don't think they got it in them like that. The University of Chicago is standing out. Dude, why do I have Pennsylvania on my fucking mind? I wasn't even talking about Pennsylvania with anyone ever. Maybe Penn State? I don't think it was Penn State because their drive was long as shit. It wasn't like a quick 3-hour drive to New York. It was like a long ass drive. Maybe it's another Minnesota question. Maybe I'm throwing strays to Minnesota. I'm going to lock in Chicago, whatever. University of Chicago. I don't fucking care. Give me a college campus. Stupid question, man. I hate you. I love you.
You get 10 points. The
wow, it was Chicago.
Hey, you see the University of Chicago on the back.
All right, that's the sweatshirt I was looking for. I was trying
which I thought he had it on his, but it says on the back University of Chicago. But yeah, you're right. And you said college campus, which is more correct than my answer because they obviously the car ride happens after they obviously are on the college campus together. So you're absolutely correct. Get all 10 points. Chicago kind of came out of nowhere. You were listing a whole bunch of random stuff, and then Chicago just came out of your mouth, and then you locked it in.
I swear to God, I was with friends yesterday, and I promise you, I did not mention Pennsylvania once. I don't know why I have that shit on my mind.
Shyamalan is creeping into all his Pennsylvania films. But you're at 40 points now, so you passed Doug, and you still have 2 questions to your left, which that honestly kind of a crazy pull because you have the 5 points locked in. You knew exactly
so
where they were. Chicago just randomly came. I was shocked when I heard Chicago, but good work. Going on to this is going to be a matching game now. So we got these 3 movies, The Guest, which we actually mentioned on the ReelTok podcast today, Elf, and Pacific Rim. And here's the 3 graphs of what their Letterboxd distributions look like. Can you match those up for me? You get 5 points, you get 1 right, 15 points, you get all 3 right.
All right, here's my immediate thought. You're going in order. So 1 is A, 2 is B, 3 is C. And here's why I have that thought.
Mm-hmm.
I think Elf, of any of these movies, I think Elf would have the most 5-star ratings. Would it? Yeah. What? Yes, of course. Elf is B. There's no doubt in my mind. If Elf isn't B, Elf got to be B. But now I'm second guessing my going down the line as 1A, 2B, 3C because I don't think The Guest would have. Like, if anything, I think a Guillermo del Toro movie would have more 5-star ratings than The Guest. I mean, how many people have fucking watched The Guest in their lifetime? Like 6?
Good movie, by the way.
Good movie. We just brought it up on the ReelTok podcast, so there's no disrespect there to Guest. I think my logic, actually, but I don't like that. Like, there's more 5-star ratings on A and B because that's how I think people look at Elf. Like, it's one of those movies where like there's just a lot more 5-star ratings just because it's Elf. It's like one of those movies. But like, does it have significantly more? Like, like B or A? Pacific Rim, like a C feels proper for Pacific Rim. Like, I don't think maybe A, man. Again, I think now I'm thinking 1 is C because I don't think The Guest would have more 5-star ratings than 4-star ratings. So, I mean, now I'm thinking maybe it's 3A, 2B, and 1C because I trust my logic with The Guest. I don't think that shit would have shit. I'm not calling the movie shit. Good movie. I'm just in the heat of the moment right now. I don't think The Guest would have more 5-star ratings than 4.5-star ratings. I think that's insane to think. Now is it like, am I trusting Del Toro's movie Pacific Rim? Because like, I love Pacific Rim. I love that movie. But people don't love that movie. Those people are incorrect.
I think Victoria gives it a 1.
Victoria, my own love. All right, whatever. I'm gonna lock in 3A, 2B, 1C. 3A, yes. 2B, yes, because I think Elf would have the most 5-star ratings. And 1C, because I can't imagine a world where The Guest has more 5-star ratings than 4.5. So 3A, 2B, 1C.
Well, you can't imagine a world because that world doesn't exist. You got it perfectly right. The Guest at C, Pacific Rim at A. I was worried there was a second there. I thought you were about to start swapping Elf and Pacific Rim because you looked at both at 1.5. But no, I think perfect logic throughout. And you're at 55 points now. So Owen's still in your sights because at this point his score is 60. You're at 55. So this gets the cast to end us off. is going to be the difference maker because there's going to be 20 points you can get here. So the guest cast is coming back, but 5 points removed per cast member. So it's not a whole 50. It's not going to skew like it did as much last season, but it's still going to be a big factor. You can get up to 20 points if you get it from the first cast member alone. Who is Bradley Cooper? 20 points if you can guess which Bradley Cooper movie I am talking about.
Wow, I misguessed the cast. I feel like I haven't seen Guess the Cast in a while.
I love this. It's the same thing Owen said. First cast member popped up. He's like, I missed this.
I missed it. Like, I really, you did it a lot for season 1. And then you obviously turned up your game for season 2 and had that really fun, like, board game. Like, what would you call it? You know what game I'm talking about. Yeah.
You'll be playing it now.
Okay. So if I remember anything correctly from Guess the Cast, it's that you're the first person that pops out is never going to be the top build. Like, if anything, Bradley Cooper probably has some stupid cameo role in this movie, and he's like such an afterthought that, like, remind me again, if I guess and get it wrong, do I lose additional points?
No, you don't lose any points. You're at 55 is the bottom you'll ever get. If you get 0 on this, you'll get 55 still. So if you get it wrong here, we just move on to the next cast member, and it's for 15 points out of 20.
All right. So let's think of like movies where Bradley Cooper is not a top build, like just movies where he's just like fucking there. Like, where's he just there? He's there in War Dogs. He's not top build in War Dogs. He's there in like 10 Cloverfield Lane. I think he has a stupid, like, that might be an uncredited role though. So I think that would be a stupid guess. Where else is he just there? Like, you're not giving me, obviously you're not giving me like American Hustle. You're not giving me Silver Linings. You could give me Licorice Pizza, but also like I'm thinking you would give me movies. Actually, I don't know. I don't think you would give me movies that like I love, because you're definitely not giving me an Avengers movie. You could be giving me Dungeons and Dragons. There's the funniest cameo ever. None of the Hangover movies. Dungeons and Dragons could be a good guess as like a first. All right, let's draw out Dungeons and Dragons. I think I'm comfortable with Dungeons and Dragons.
It is not Dungeons and Dragons, but I love that one. If I record any more of these with people before this gets uploaded, I might use that just so they wouldn't have seen our discussion about this. But that's a great choice of a movie.
Damn.
Jonah Hill is next.
Jonah Hill. Jonah Hill. So it's not War Dogs, because if it was War Dogs, I don't think Jonah Hill would be the next person you gave me. I think you would have given me like Ana de Armas and then Jonah Hill. I think you would give me someone between the two of them. Jonah Hill. Like, do I maybe my logic is flawed. Maybe you are giving me something where they are top build and you're just not doing what you usually do, in which I die. Jonah Hill. Are they in something obvious together that I'm forgetting? Bradley Cooper is not in any of the Jump Street movies, and if he is, that's insanity. Jonah Hill. Cooper is not in Superbad. Cooper is not in fucking How to Train Your Dragon 2. Dude, what are you giving me? Maybe you are giving me War Dogs. War Dogs is the only thing I'm thinking of right now. Are you sure it wasn't Dungeons and Dragons?
I'm positive.
Just making sure.
Was Jonah Hill in that?
No. That's why I'm just double checking. Just making sure you didn't flaw this, making sure I'm just out of it. I mean, War Dogs is the only thing I could think of. So let's throw out War Dogs.
War Dogs is right for 15. So the thing there is like, the thing I was going for is like, since Jonah Hill's probably second build, or him and Miles Teller top two.
That's what I was thinking.
I thought Bradley Cooper, because you said War Dogs is the first thing you thought of for Bradley Cooper, but I thought if you could forget he was in that, then when Jonah Hill shows up, you would do what you kind of did anyways, which is like, okay, what comedies were they in? Because like, I even tried to use an older picture of like Jonah Hill too and be like, okay, which comedies were they in together? which you still went down that road, but you remember Bradley Cooper was in War Dogs, whereas I felt like Honor to Arm a second would have been like, oh yeah, War Dogs, whereas Jonah Hill I was hoping would be more like, what comedies are they in together? But yeah, we've switched it up this season. Like we saw Doug got 0 on the guest cast in episode 1 when it was The Martian and Matt Damon was first. So we're kind of going all over the place here.
So you really fucked him there.
Yep. So people are too used to being bottom billed, but Bradley Cooper and Jonah Hill, definitely War Dogs, 15 points. So you end with 70. You weren't confident coming into this thing, but you're going to be the top of the 3 so far. We still have 3 more contestants for your heat, but you did very well. You started off shaky, but ended up doing strong. So you're going to be above Owen and Doug for this part of the heat. Still have the game to go to next to see what your overall average rating will be. But yeah, how do you feel about your performance here? I feel like it's got to be pretty good.
Yeah, just started off shaky. Should have gotten the fucking. I'm so annoyed about the Frances Ha question. I don't know why I said actress. I knew it was dancer, man. That was bad. Mm-hmm. And then the Hereditary one, like I said, man, I hate getting questions wrong for movies that I just actively champion. And like Hereditary and Frances Ha, I'm talking about all the time. Mm-hmm. But I think I did well. I think that was a good performance.
I mean, you beat Owen by 5 points, and I feel like 15 of those points like could have gone the other way too. Whereas like getting that Chicago last second gave you 5 more points, and Minnesota just kind of finally came in your mind to give you 10 points. So could have gone either way. There was negatives and positives for sure, but that's where you land. We'll see you back on the next episode where we're going to go through the real reveal game and see where you stack up for your overall score. But make sure you hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below, leave a like button for Mr. George Carmi, and he's going to be back here on Friday when we do his real reveal game. Peace out.